truncheons, wengine wanakuja na mapanga.
I can help.
Yes. Let me just finish that line, then you will add. I want him to add after that. So what happens is graduated. Truncheons, mumeshindwa. Rubber bullets, mumeshindwa. You only use live ammo as a last resort when that officer's life is a danger. But even at that moment, they are trained, I know, although these days they are never trained. You don't shoot indiscriminately, you pick.
But that's not what we're seeing.
See, that's what I'm saying.
No.
So now,
just a minute.
let me just finish. So now what I'm trying to say is, even as we look at what our youth, and let me tell you, the youth have legitimate concerns. Any parent. But the way we are handling them is why it is making it so difficult for us to rein in our young people, because we are doing it the wrong way. First, the state is not doing it well. It's not doing it right. Two, they are using the police who have refused to be professional. Not all of them. But I said the other day that even as we use the police, where are the commanders on the ground? Because Dibal, when we are trained, and Charles knows, when you are sent to the street, there's a commander appointed. The sub-county commander will either appoint the OCS or they'll appoint somebody to be in charge of that squad. Now, in the realm of command and leadership, command and control, that commander has serious responsibilities that he or she must answer to the state. So if we get to a point where the police are helter-skelter, you don't know who is in charge, you don't know who is giving instructions, the first thing I'll have expected is that that officer who was appointed to be the commander must be the first to answer. That officer who shot a Kenyan and killed by a live bullet will take individual and personal responsibility. But the leadership, the management, and the control of that riot squad must be taken back to the command on the ground.
No, Dibal, before you go, let me help him. You will give him more time.
Okay.
You will give him more time. Let me just say something about what he said.
Please respect law and order. He's the anchor.
Let me add. I'll give you my time. Huh?
Yeah.
I'll give you my time. Don't worry. You know, Dr. Murunga, his background is military. And you know, police, unlike military officers, find themselves in situations where they have to act on their own.
True.
Without opportunity to refer to their books or their superiors. And that is why many a times police officers take individual responsibility and not collective responsibility.
So
for the military,
what is the role of the commander?
I'll explain. I'll explain to you.
Yes.
For the sake of the military will never make any single action without the commander, because you many a times don't deal with the social matters. It's war, and war, you know, you plot, and you don't save, you kill. That's what you do. But for police, every time you need to save lives. No, that is the fact. So what happens is that in an ordinary command structure for riots, we group officers in what we call platoons of 32. These platoons of 32, only 4 out of the 32 are armed. Those armed, there is a sergeant who is in charge of the armed officers. Who
not the 32.
No, in the 32, yeah, he's actually the overall commander.
32, yes.
At the same time, he is in charge, he's the one who gives directives to the ones who shoot. But you see, and then we have the baton men, 8, that is 16, plus the 4 armed men, that is 20, plus the sergeant, that is 22, plus 2 corporals, that is 24. Then we have the first aid people. Then we have the gas gunners, those who hit using the tear gas and so on. Those are called gas gunners. So that's 32. That organization happens in an organized system or crowd, where you are dealing with a sane crowd that is organized, where you are facing a crowd. The first thing you do is that if the demonstration becomes riotous, it stops to be peaceful demonstration. The first thing you start with is a proclamation.
Yes.
Where you say, watu wote waliokusanyika hapo sasa wanaamuriwa watawanyike na waondoke mara moja bila kusababisha ghasia yoyote. That is the proclamation.
And you do it 2 times?
2 times.
Third one you
the
act.
third time.
So you do a proclamation using what, a megaphone?
No, yes.
No,
you
a
tell
megaphone.
them.
I've not seen any megaphone.
Whether it's a microphone or what.
I've never seen any police
it's
giving
because
this
of,
declaration.
it's because of, let me tell you, Bal, and you are exposed. You see, a country like UK, you cannot go demonstrating everywhere. There is a square for demonstration. In Kenya, they tell you, we will be marching from Central Police to Harambee Avenue, to Kenyatta, to Moi Avenue, to Kenyatta Avenue. One is coming from Thika, another one is coming from Lolongo, wengine wanatoka juu.
But why is there no provision then for a public square where
excuse me, my
Kenyans
brother,
can come and demonstrate?
Excuse me.
If there's no that facility.
I am the expert. I wish you could listen. You know, this is why we are not getting order. You know, if we could be listening, you know, I'm the expert, you are not. You are questioning me, and I'm trying to educate you and educate Kenyans on. You see, we are so disorganized. These things we are doing, like what we did today, was not a demonstration. This was anarchy, organized, planned to cause mayhem. If it was a proper demonstration, organized, and we had people, and they had the convening officers whom you can talk to and question. My brother, the action where an armed police officer was beaten and taken down, and he still had his gun, was a justifiable circumstance for that officer to even shoot and kill. But because of too much kelele, and we want anarchy, that officer he restrained himself. I can congratulate them. And even their colleagues who could see them getting hurt and beaten, never used their firearms. They were justified to use their firearms and kill.
All right.
And that is the law.
Thank you.
Yes.
Let me come to Prof.
So we must congratulate them for restraining themselves today. We would have lost very many people.
We must congratulate them, but still, one life lost is one too many.
I agree.
Including our students. So
I agree.
That's why I'm asking you. No one was maimed. No one was maimed.
People got injured.
No, but no one. These lives could have been maimed. I wonder what a Form 4 student will be such a threat to a police officer. What was he carrying?
You are talking casually.
No,
because you don't know the circumstance under which he lost his life. When we will be having an inquiry into the cause of his death, we will be able to know.
We went back to black, didn't we?
Anyway,
today,
let me not be the devil's.
no, but we went back to, so there was no actually any viewership that we could have seen what really happened on the ground. But I want to just come to you, Prof.